made my wife a sword. For her birthday, let me explain. I actually have it right here, but you don't get to see quite yet because then you won't watch to the end of the video. So it's my wife's birthday. I need to get her a gift, so I decided to make her something, and not just something random. My wife absolutely loves reading. She doesn't just casually read a book every now and then. She has a whole YouTube channel dedicated just to reading. In fact, she has a whole library in our bedroom. So this right here is one of her favorite series. It's called, what is it called? Oh yeah, it's called Throne of Glass. So I decided I was gonna make something from one of her books. Apparently in this book, there's a sword that is like incorporated into all of the book merch. I think it's even on the cover of one of the books. I thought it would be cool to make a piece of art that has the sword on it. So I did some research, and the sword is called GOLDRYN. GOLDRYN, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a sword. It has some fire capabilities or something like that. So I thought we could do like a fire background behind the sword, potentially. And it has like a red ruby set in it, which is also kind of cool because when we do the epoxy pour, it'll like make that shine. So I thought that's like the perfect thing we could make that would be really cool with like my style of art. It's gonna be a little bit different, but all right, I'm about to start Sabrina's birthday project. I'm gonna go out to the garage, but we have a little problem. The garage is a little bit messy because I've been working on my kitchen and building the shark. I did get a new sander though, but we gotta clean this garage. Wow! So the idea is to do the sword from that book with like a fire background and then epoxy the whole thing so it's really glossy. I don't wanna do it too big because it's not necessarily her aesthetic for her library room. So maybe do it like 2.5 feet, 2 feet or something like that. I'm not gonna draw this one up on the iPad. I think I can just do it all by hand. So let's start. I'm gonna draw the sword first. All right, here's the game plan. Step 1, we need to cut out all the pieces that we're gonna use to make the actual piece of art. Step 2, we need to paint all of those pieces. Step 3, we need to do an epoxy coat. And then finally, we need to give the actual piece of art to Sabrina. Also real quick, we are currently on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Actually, we're not really close. We're only at 53 subscribers. So if you could hit subscribe or hit like, that would really help out. Thank you. All right, time to get to work. So usually what I do is I draw out my projects on my iPad so that I can stack each of my layers together and see how they're gonna look and adjust on my drawing, and then I project it onto a piece of wood and trace out each layer separately. But since this one was just gonna be 2 layers plus a background, I decided that I would just do it by hand. I just drew out each piece by hand on the boards and then cut them out and then just see how they fit together and adjust accordingly. And it turned out to be a bit easier that way, but I definitely couldn't do that with my normal projects. For this one, I just looked up a picture of the sword and kind of just came up with my own design of the sword, because all of the images online are just people coming up with something based on the book's description. So I kind of did the same. I just based it off of the sword that was on the actual cover of the book. Now I need to go pick up some paint, sand it down, and then draw out the background. I think I'll draw out the background first, get that cut, then I'll go get some paint. All right, I'm headed to the surf shop right now. It's just a couple blocks from my house. I bought a surfboard and they just got it in from their warehouse. So I'm gonna go pick it up right now and then we can customize it. I drew up a general idea on my iPad of what I wanna do, but it's kind of just all gonna be from the top of the head, just random stuff on it, like Sharpie style. So I've never done anything like that. It's huge. It's a 9-foot surfboard, just a summer foamy. So yeah, I'm excited. The reason I got it for cheaper than what it actually was is because it is the colorway that no one really likes, which is perfect because it's pretty basic. So it's the perfect backdrop for a little bit of art. All right, first thing I want to do is do a like 3-eyed sun that is melting on the top right here-ish. Pencil does not show up. Might just have to send it with a Sharpie. All right, this just got a whole lot harder because the pencil does not show up on the bottom of the surfboard. I think I'm gonna have to just send it with a marker. Maybe I'll get some like, what is it called? I don't know. Maybe I'll get some acetone or something so I can hurry and wipe off the Sharpie if it doesn't look good. I don't know if that works. I'll look it up, we'll see. Now I'm gonna draw my tree guy, and he's also gonna have like these melty eyes, and he's gonna be holding a cold drink. It's just such random designs, but I don't know, I thought it'd be funny. So yeah, I'm gonna draw him now. And I do not wanna see what you have in store for me. So why don't we let it go? We're washed up, but you don't know. All right, I think I finished. Looks pretty cool, I'd say. Better than just a blank canvas. I think I'm gonna try and get Sabrina's reaction. We're going to the gym in like 30 minutes, and then when she comes back, I'll show her. But yeah, now I finished it up. I just need to put a clear coat on it. I'll do that later today. I have to show you the bottom.
Okay. That's so cool. You're joking. You're so cool. Dude, I literally thought that was how it was. That's so crazy.
Pretty cool.
That's so cool. Wow, you guys stop looking at it. That's sick. I like to tuck the eyes too.
You gave a good reaction. I filmed your reaction.
You did?
I went to Lowe's, I got the paint. I was gonna paint it outside, but then it started dumping rain. So I brought it inside and I started to paint it. So I got this chrome spray paint. That's what I'm doing this blade of the sword out of. And then I got a couple other colors for the fire, I'm gonna do the handle of it kind of like a baby yellow, and then I'm gonna paint a design on the blade. We'll see how it turns out. Hopefully I'll be able to epoxy it today because her birthday, we're celebrating her birthday on Monday. So yeah, I have to have it done by Monday. Tomorrow we're busy and she's home all day, so I can't really work on it. So I kind of have to finish it today, and I don't really have time. Fingers crossed we get it done. I think as long as I get it painted, let the paint dry enough that I can do the epoxy right before she comes home today, then we'll be good. I've also been working on the kitchen a bunch, so that's been taking up a lot of my time. I'm redoing the flooring, redoing all the cabinets, repainting, and redoing the countertops, literally everything. So I'm just waiting for the spray paint to dry, and then we can start actually painting it.
Love is at the door, I hear it knocking, looking for the keys, they're in my pocket. You still wear my heart around your necklace, while I still play the part of young and reckless. I don't know who you are, I wish I did, I wish I did, I don't. I love myself a lot, I wish I did, I wish I did, oh no. I can't stop thinking but I wish I could, I wish I could, I won't. I don't know who you are, don't know who you are. Your clothes are on the floor, dressed in tatters, where you stood before, when something mattered. You left me with a note, you wrote it after, reminds me of a joke, I hear your laughter. I don't know who you are, I wish I did, I wish I did, I don't. I love myself a lot, I wish I did, I wish I did, oh no. I can't stop thinking but I wish I could, I wish I could, I won't. I don't know who you are, don't know who you are. If I could do it again, say all the things that I wish I said. If I could do it again, do all the things that I wish I did. When you destroyed our home, I loved you after, then you say you're done, like it didn't matter. You wanna light a flame, I give the matches, so you could write your name in the ashes. I don't know who you are, I wish I did, I wish I did, I don't. I love myself a lot, I wish I did, I wish I did, oh no. I can't stop thinking but I wish I could, I wish I could, I won't. I don't know who you are, I don't know who you are. If I could do it again, I don't know who. Say all the things that I wish I said. If I could do it again, I don't know who you are. Do all the things that I wish I did. Do all the things that I wish I did.
All right, she came home, so I had to hurry and clean everything up before she saw anything. But I snuck out to the garage while she's reading, and I'm gonna finish it up. I'm almost done. Hopefully putting the epoxy over fresh paint doesn't ruin anything or have like any weird reaction. All right, well, bad news is the marker. So I outlined the handle with marker right before I epoxied it, and the marker bled into the epoxy and made a big mess, as well as there was some fingerprints and stuff on it when I epoxied it. That really showed up when I epoxied it. So I decided I'm gonna do another layer of paint on top of the epoxy. I'm gonna scuff it and then do like some spots with layered paint, and I think it will actually look cool. So we'll see how that turns out. So I'm gonna do that to fix that problem. And then the good news is we were gonna celebrate her birthday yesterday when we went to Disney for her birthday, but instead we're celebrating it on her actual birthday, which gives me 2 extra days to finish this thing. So I'm very happy about that. I'm gonna paint this thing again, let it dry overnight, and then we'll epoxy it tomorrow, so we don't have this problem again. Alright, it's time for our epoxy coat on the sword in our hidden little area back here. Hopefully no bugs land on it this time, because that is pretty unfixable. So, fingers crossed. But gonna do the epoxy coat right now. I think all the paint is dry enough. It's been overnight, so I think we're good to go. Hopefully everything goes good, because we need to give it to her tomorrow. So, here we go. All right, it is done. Hopefully it dries good and hopefully nothing gets on it. Fingers crossed. And hopefully I mixed it good enough, because the mix kind of seemed a little weird. Everything looks good. I absolutely love how it turned out, but now we gotta wrap it and give it to her. So today's her birthday. She comes home at 2 o'clock from work, so I gotta get it all wrapped up. Hopefully these edges don't just poke right through the wrapping paper. All right, got it all wrapped. Here it is. It looks like a coffin. Cool wrapping paper though, I think. All right, now we just gotta give it to her. Give her the whole.
Whoa. Feels weird. Why is this going on? That's sick. That's so sick. Whoa, it's throwing a glass.
GOLDRYN.
You looked at the sword?
Yeah.
Aww. Huh?
eyes and don't look at the back.
No, this is so cool. I can't believe you thought to throw the glass sword out.
It's sharp.
Don't wield it. I am Alien Guy Phineas.
I'm trying to copy the design that's on the cover.
That's so cool. Wow. I'll get in here so I can see all this glory.